welcome back. Thank you for clicking on the video. And yeah, since you last saw me, it has not stopped raining. Since about 7:30, 8 o'clock, well, by 8 o'clock last night it started spitting, and it has not stopped. It is now, what is it, about 2 o'clock? And it's supposed to keep doing this until after dark. So yeah, there's a lot of druket babies because it's not very warm, and now they're soaked. So, that's awesome. I get it, we were dry, but right now this rain's not going to do a whole heck of a lot of good. This rain would be great in a few weeks from now, but yeah. So yeah, I gotta get on the feeding. I'll probably hold off on doing a whole bunch of bedding until later on, until it quits. So yeah, it's gonna be a pretty slow day. You know, when the girls are hanging around, you think, they're just waiting around for me, and you realize, frickers, somebody unloaded their whole bum right into the water trough. Hey Butters, it's Queenie. Okay Bugs, I am gonna stick my hand in there, cause yeah, I don't get paid enough. I don't know. So, day after the storm. Drains are running. The one I blew out last night is drained completely. And the loop over there is running wide open, so all drains are cleared and accounted for. And Piper Doug is hanging out with a dirty hoe. Yep. But ironically, and the funny thing is, Piper Doug has a penchant. He likes watching videos from third world countries of like manual fixing and fabric cobbling and stuff. And a lot of places over in the Middle East, Pakistan and Asia, they use shovels that work backwards. And I tell you, there's something to that. It's a lot less stressful on your back than me beggars. Huh. So, yeah, that is Ruby, currently looking for her cab, which is probably passed out drunk somewhere. Oh, no, there you go. There's Ruby's cab. Ruby has, I don't know if I told anybody this. Ruby is one of the only cows in this pen that can pick her calf out of a group of like 10 black calves. She will walk straight to it, even if they don't make a noise. She knows it by sight. She's the only one in this pen that can do it. I've watched her do it. It's bizarre. Gosh knows there's some of these that even check red ones to see if they're her black calf. Yeah. She's something else, that Ruby. Anyway, I'll go back to paying attention to my dirty hoe. Ironically, now this might surprise some of you, and those who know me really well will be like, yeah, that's him. When I was a kid, back in Scotland, the problem with Scotland, it's full of Scots, is I used to go down the council roads, like the public roads, near the farm, with a shovel, either on my bicycle or on the farm three-wheeler. It's back in them days, we either had a 125 or a big red. Oh, we were high rolling when we had one of those big reds. So yeah, I would go down there and I would dig little drainage channels and let puddles off the road, because I hated having to splash through puddles. So yeah, Because back in the old days, there used to be council workers that would go out on bicycles with shovels and do that. And then I started doing it because I like to do stuff like this. And here I am, 50-something, still doing it. So there you go. For anybody that says that the actor that plays Piper Doug has changed, yeah, I don't think so. I'm still doing the same weird stuff as I always have. Still playing with my cows. Still draining water. And still trying to fix stuff. I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Ruby's feeding her calf. Nice. Well, apparently this is going to be a thing. How happy is Piper Doug right now? Not very effing happy. Okay, so if there's one thing I have learned this past spring since we lost my mum, and just with everything else going on, yes, it's raining again, and it's bitterly cold. But like I said, if there's one thing that I have learned with all of the stresses and whatnot, is there's always a way. Now what? Like I said before, now what? So I'm pulling the build processor out. I'm just going to leave that where it is, because thankfully this thing is usable. Tomorrow I will concentrate on trying to get that thing out of here, which will be in one of the next clips. And then I'm probably just going to contact the local shop, Jody's Welding, and get Dennis to come take a look at it and say, it's up to you guys to do it, because I do not have the time to take that tractor apart. Like I said, the drive shaft is good. The end of the splines on the output of the transmission, now they might need a little bit of cleaning up, but I think they're going to be okay. But the casting is broken again. And I know you're all going, oh, just get another one from a wrecker. I talked to wreckers. There's no wreckers want to take one of these tractors apart. A front wheel assist? Nope, none of them. None of them want to take them apart. So it's got to get fixed, and then we've got to figure out why these pins keep breaking. So I'm going to talk to John Deere in the morning and say what the heck is going on, because that's 2 now. And yeah, I'm in the getters here, but it's a front wheel assist tractor. Those tractors are meant to pull plows. They're meant to do work. So breaking these pins is no. But like I said, I don't have the time to deal with it. I've got lots to do. I've got a lot of stuff going on, and yeah, I gotta keep moving. So I'm gonna pull this out, we're gonna park it up, and then it'll go on to this when I need it, and I'll get back to feeding. Honest to gosh. Yeah. Spitting. Oh, spitting all day. Now it's trying to snow. Whoever's tampering with the weather, you need to quit it now. Because I will hunt you down. I will pull your arm off, and I will beat you unconscious with the wet end. And I'm not joking. Tell you, you don't have a support, Sammy. Hi, sweetie girl. It's another one of our little broken toys with no ears. Hey, Sammy. She's very pregnant. Yeah, like I said, it has been trying to snow all blinking day, honest to gosh. So, I've been digging a channel to try and get this relic out of here. So where do we go to? Sorry Sammy, I gotta quit you. Sorry sweetie. So, now I contacted insurance. I'm gonna switch this off just a second. I contacted insurance and they said, oh, you need a new casting. And I said, fun fact, the part of the casting is still here. It's actually not what broke. So it's either the retaining bolt did not stick around or the pin broke, which we don't know. But insurance has agreed to pay 50% of this repair, which is good because I'm not doing the fixing. Dennis over at Jody's Welding, big shout out to Jody's Repair. They've agreed. The sooner I can get it over to them, the better. And they're going to do the work. So whether they can find a whole new casting and they'll just Loctite the ever-loving bejesus out of this. Hey sweetie. And Cubby, big shout out to Cubby up there at Dayton's John Deere, which is now ends up at Shoal Lake. He said he's going to get, hey sweetie, he's going to get the new pin and the parts in that I need, that we know of anyway. So we're going to get something going on here. So I just got to try and dig this out of here. So fire the loader up and I'll push all the manure out of the way. That way the axle doesn't have any resistance because it's going to want to travel backwards as soon as I drive forwards. Maybe I can just back up if I can get it to move, that is. Might need to pull it with that thing, but we'll see. And that's how you rescue a buried tractor with a blown out everything. Yeah. So it I'd stop the axle from walking backwards because the casting's to the front on both sides, so the axle can go backwards now that there's no drive shaft. So that's why chains are here just enough. Now that I'm on flat ground, I can tighten them up, and that way I can drive it over to Jody's, and then they can tear into her. But that was the biggest job, was just getting it out of the pan because it was bogged down. Woo! Never a dull moment, eh guys? That's why it's such a good thing that you subscribe to the channel, you hit that bell icon, that way you always get an update of when I've blown something up. That's right, girls. Wreck It Rand. So, skid steer is in the workshop, waiting on O-rings for the joysticks. The green tractor is sitting in the yard, waiting to go over to Jody's. This thing is now stuck in low gearbox, low splitter. Why? Because a solenoid down at the side, which does these splits between high and low range, the wire's broken. So now I do 7.5 miles an hour to go grab bales. And it's trying to snow. Sometimes you just don't want to get out of bed, eh? Still draining. Yeah. That's what they call the peanut gallery. Because there's Peanut. Yeah. Oh, you're something, you girly. Okay, so today was Friday. It was Friday almost all of the day. So what happened today? Well, the green tractor is no longer on the farm. Yes, no, I didn't finally give in and do something nefarious. No, he's over at Jody's. I don't know if I've covered this yet. I think I did. The orange tractor is currently stuck in low gearbox. So, talking with Chris up there at Shoal Lake. So the solenoid, that's if I can do this, I'll put a picture in here. So yeah, the solenoid that goes from high-low box, the wire going into that plug-in, the solenoid is broken. So I think it was kind of coming away, and that's why it was having issues when I picked the tractor up from Shoal Lake. I don't know when it broke. So it's stuck in low box right now, which is not a big deal, but it needs to get fixed somehow. Yeah. So hopefully by the end of this coming week, I'll find out if the parts for this machine are in. So where are we at with that? So I ordered the seal kit and then the little metal pin for all 8 spools. And then I also ordered, you can't even see it back there, I also ordered the fan assembly for that thing. So I think they said it came to about 1,100 bucks. So it's out of Winnipeg. So they'll get it, then they have to ship it to me. So it'll be a couple of weeks. So the irony is, it's like 1,100 bucks. So 8 of these 2, because these will be, I don't know what they said. These are a couple of bucks a piece. And then the fan motor is what did they say it was? A couple of $100. And then you're wondering, well, where's the rest of the money come? These are $100 a piece. Explain that one to me. I get it that it's like a chromoly hardened steel or something, but $100? So yeah, 8 of them. Oh, I tell you, it's just a license to print money. So it will be nice to get the parts for this and start putting it back together at least. Oh, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to put the joysticks back together for now. Not going to bother putting any of the bodywork back in, any of the dashboards. I'll have to put the actual main computer back on here because I need that part, but everything else is just going to get left as is to get this machine up and running. And then, like I said, at some point later in the year, later in the spring or summer, whatever, this thing's going to get a right good cleaning. But I've kind of started cleaning up in here best I can just to get a head start. But yeah, so that's where we're at. So yeah, this is our last cab. Not last cab to be born, just it was born 2 nights ago. I know, Aussie. Kid's here somewhere. But if you can check that out, there's a cab that's almost a month old. And this cab is a day and a half old. And it's a heifer. I'll put it up for scale wise. That's her sister. Where's Mum? Her mum's like an average sized cow. And I stood and watched Mum push this big girl out. And she did well. Once she got past the forehead, it was fairly straightforward. When she got to the hips, Mum stood up. Baby's nose was touching the ground and the hips were still inside Mum. That's, for scale, that's how big this calf is. Yeah. That's a big calf. And as you all know, you always got to keep an eye on big calves, not the little calves. Big calves, for whatever reason, they can get under weather real quick. So, hopefully this is the weather changing now. Fingers crossed. Hey, so what is going on today? Well, as everything is starting to warm and dry and all that lovely, lovely springtime stuff, we're getting ready to start prepping everywhere for getting girls out. So one of the first ones will be getting our first timers out into this paddock, because the pen that they're in is not exactly conducive to doing a lot of work while it's soft and very damp. So we're going to give them a little spot in the back there with some panels so they can get out of the corrals, and then hopefully get them out onto here as soon as possible. And this, because there was a lot of animals, and we will never have that many animals in this paddock again, because there was a lot of animals in here, we have a lot of feed piles. So what we're going to do is scrape it all up as best we can, like this. There you go, there you go. Get after it. And then let's make a nice big, oh man, this does not smell pleasant. As much as poop ever smells good. So yeah, I don't know if any of you might have kind of sensed that Piper Doug is not quite with it in this video, this episode. There is actually a reason for that, and no, we haven't had any more terrible. We have had news, but that's private family business. No, Piper Doug goes for his procedure on Tuesday. So when you're watching this, Piper Doug will have gone to the city and having the 3 implants drilled into my skull. Yes, it's not something they put you to sleep for either. They just drill into your skull and then they use a ratchet to implant the little doohickeys. And sadly, no, I will not get my movie star smile that day. Apparently the implants have to bond with my skull for about 4 to 6 months. Now, I've got Viking DNA, so it'll probably be good to go in the shorter of the 2 period times, but still doesn't mean I'm going to be back on camera anytime soon. So, like I said, sorry if anybody has felt the old Piper of the Dugs is not on his normal A game. So, I wasn't too minds whether to tell you about it, but I've been told by a couple of people who know us that they kind of felt that I was a little off in my recent videos. That's kind of one of the reasons, so there you go. So I'm going to keep doing this and get this all piled up, and I'll tell you, when the little babies come out, they're going to love to climb on this, which is also kind of nice for them to have a playground. So I'm going to keep doing this. Get after it. Okay. It's hard to believe that's all what was sitting here. I got that spot over there cleaned up. And yeah, that'll give the wee baby something to climb on. Yeah. Apparently there's lava over there. They can't cross the lava. Oh, they're getting pushed. I don't want to burn to death. Ah. That's Wraith as well.
Oh. What do you think, Vivian? What do you think, Viv? I think you might need to seek therapy for your little problem there, Stevie Pie.
As the big wall begins to come down, it's a beautiful sight. Watch this, it's amazing. They're not frozen together anymore. No more burst bales. I know, it's kind of lame, but I thought it was cool. Well, I am so super glad that I'm cleaning all this off, so when we bring the cows and the calves out to the field, that they're not in all the wet slop and gitters. Yeah. The soft rains of April are over. Any of those old AHA fans out there will get the irony of that. Honest to gosh, these downpours are absolutely mental. So I've made a wall here because what usually ends up happening for the first few days, the littlest of the wee babies, when they come out here, some of them will get kind of pushed through that wire there, even though that's a hot wire. So at least this way the babies will get stuck in there and they'll be forced to either duck back underneath the wire or I'll come and get them. So yeah, put that row of bales there. As you saw me in the last segment wondering how gracious it is that this is done, it's not frozen together. These bales are all gone, so we're still waiting for some of the ice to break up so I can get the last of the net wrap out of here. So plan is, once Liam is home at the end of the week in the next video, we'll be letting, because there is 65, actually our 76th or 77th cow just calved in here. Sammy, one of our broken toys with the frozen ears. Lovely big bull calf she just had. So there will be 65 cow-calf pairs coming out to this paddock here. So I'm going towards the end of the week and I'm going to go and pick up the new gates for here. I know you can't see anything. There's gates going in that triangle there. There'll be 3 gates that get hung. And so yeah, we'll get that done, get these cows out and onto the ground, because you can actually start to see green now. Woohoo! So, still me. So where are we at? Yeah, it looks kind of weird when it's parked like this. Yeah. And yes, I am being very grown up. The locking pin is in. So yes, it's not that 2x2 holding it up, because I do want to keep my arms. So what are we doing? Well, I haven't heard back from SMS in Winnipeg that the parts are in yet, because the parts have to come to them first. Then I have to pay them for it and the shipping, and then they will overnight it to us here. So whether that's here, or whether that's to our dealership, the Dodge dealership in town, they take deliveries, package deliveries for people. And so, yeah, so I don't know if it's going to be this week or next week. He hoped it would be in this week, so haven't heard anything yet. So, while I've been kind of bugging about cleaning parts, I pulled the floor out. And I don't think that floor has ever been out. Because there is some nasty stuff coming up out of the gaps. I don't know what this is about. Because that's still the tank. So there's a hole. So yeah, I don't get that. So basically I'm just cleaning down around about it. Because remember I told you guys, tank. So yeah, if you go to take this tank out, you literally have to unmake the front of the skid steer. So yeah, you don't ever want to do that. So that's what we're doing. I'm just cleaning it so that when we do get the parts back, I can put it back enough to keep it moving. Yeah, I gotta dig all of the crud out of that because it's packed full as well. That's the fuse box, yeah. So hopefully, once the new parts arrive, we can put the joysticks back together, wire them back together, and put this back together somewhat to get it out so we can get it washed. So I think I've already told you guys that. So you'll be watching this either Tuesday or thereafter, and I will already have been for my little procedure. But sadly, like I think I said already, I will not be getting my pearly white, so you will not be seeing me on camera much yet. This is it. This is all you get. So yeah, like they said, the implants have to heal to the bone in my skull before they can attach anything to them, so that's going to be a while. I think they said 4 to 6 months I have to wait before they can do the actual little clip things that my noshers clip up into. The rain has actually stopped for now, which is good because it got just wet enough to be everything sticky but not sloppy, so that's good. And it's full moon, so that's lovely. So yeah, thank you for clicking on the video, and hopefully you got something out of this, because I don't know what I got out of it. Maybe confused, but that was about it. So, wish me luck tomorrow, everybody. Hope you all have a good week. And yeah, hopefully next week we're putting this back together. Fingers crossed. Teddy bye, everybody.